one medium dry vodka martini, mixed like you said, sir, and not stirred.
Thank you.
A medium dry martini, lemon peel, shaken, not stirred.
Vodka?
Of course.
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
A martini for our guest,
A
Ellen.
pleasure.
Shaken, not stirred.
Of course.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. Shaken, but not stirred.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred. Would you get me a medium dry vodka martini?
What is that?
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, but not stirred.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Oh, that's stirred, not shaken. That was right, wasn't it?
Perfect.
I'm sorry, we don't serve alcohol.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Hey guys, welcome back to Klink. My name's Harry, and as you can see, I'm dressed a little bit differently today, and that is because we are going to make the classic James Bond cocktail, the vodka martini. Now, I'm doing this video to pay homage to the recent passing of Sean Connery, who was probably my favourite James Bond. My dad, as a child, when I was a child, my dad showed me those movies, and I fell in love. I love the whole series of James Bond. I've probably seen every movie at least once or twice, maybe 3 times. But yeah, huge fan of the movies, and Sean Connery was probably the #1 for me. No knock to any other James Bond that's been there, it's just a personal preference there. But I've got to say, it is really a character. It's just unbelievable. Like everyone has that sort of childhood wants to be that spy thing. It was an awesome movie, and it's such a sad thing to hear these parts. So like I said, to pay homage, we are going to be making a vodka martini. Now I'm actually going to be making 2 vodka martinis today. One the James Bond way, as everyone knows, the shaken not stirred, and also one that I prefer, a vodka martini that I would order. When it comes to the history of martinis, there is a very extensive, long history on where it came from, how it has grown, incorporated other spirits and such, and I will leave a link to a very extensive article about it. But just so you guys, for you guys, I'll just make it a little bit more shorter for you guys. So the martini was originally used gin as its base spirit. Obviously, vodka martini was the more popular or more sought after cocktail. But yeah, originally it was gin and garnished with a lemon twist or something citrusy, as well as a bit of bitters added. But like I said, we're going to go with the shaken not stirred version. So first things first, we're going to chill our glass. I'm actually going to pop some the ice in there, and then we'll just pop it in the fridge for us. So that's in there chilling now. So what we'll do is we'll start. I've actually never seen someone make a shaken martini. Personally, I have never had to make one, so no one's ever ordered it the way or specified that way. But obviously it's quite a popular thing to ask for as James Bond's popular order. So what we're going to do, first things first, we're going to do it in our shaker. We've got our dry vermouth here. This is Martini extra dry. So brand new bottle for us. And the lid won't come off. How very strange. I've bent the lid now. Oh well. Cool. So first things I'm going to do, like I said, there's many questions that needs to be asked when you're ordering a martini, because there's so many variations of like how you would have it. Obviously, first off is whether it's vodka or gin. If it's either, you can say, do you want a dirty martini? Which means if you're garnishing with olives, you would add a little bit of that olive brine into it. If you're asking for a filthy martini, you would then add probably a bit more. And it is a manky martini, which is some people go, which is pretty much alcoholic olive brine with mashed up olives and you strain that in, normally leaving the mashed olives in the drink. But obviously that's not as classy a look, so I'm just going to do a dry martini garnished with olives, and that's how it goes. So I'm going to start with 15 ml of our dry vermouth in there like that. I'll try and get that lid back off a bit. And then I'm going to go 60 ml, so it's quite a hearty drink, this one. 60 ml of our vodka using Absolut. There we go. So like I said, I've actually never made a vodka martini shaken before, so I'm only doing it this way because of the bond factor. Just put some ice, and we'll pop some of that in there. Probably not enough of that. And we'll give it a shake. Perfect. Looks good to me. Cool. I can now tell you why bartenders don't normally wear a jacket. It's not the easiest to shake in there. Perfect, so now I'm going to get my glass out of the fridge. It's been chilling in there nicely. We'll just, well, we won't waste that. There we go. So we've got a nice chilled glass. So what we're going to do now is we are going to double strain it into our chilled glass. The reason why we double strain it is because it's such a smooth sipping drink. While after being shaken especially, you'll get little cracks and shards of ice in there, and you don't really want to be drinking that. So even then, because it's been shaken, it doesn't have that classic clear look. Although that's not ice, those will be, you know, little air pockets and little bubbles, so it's quite cloudy. So it doesn't really give you that nice little clean look that you're used to. Obviously, when it comes to movie magic, you don't ever see the guy make the drink, you always just see it get brought over to him. But for this, it's a little bit more accurate. And then we will just garnish with some olives. And there we have it, guys, the Jamesbond vodka martini. Okay, so let's give this a little taste. So I've taken the pictures of it, and it's giving it time to settle. So it is pretty crystal clear now. There's a few little bits, but I think it's from the olive particles. All that strong. Definitely feels like sophisticated drinking. Yeah, you've got obviously the vodka. It's very strong. There's that flavours from the dry vermouth. Dry vermouth is technically a type of wine, so it will go off. So you don't. I mean, it will last, but as long as you keep it chilled in the fridge. But if you've cracked it, you kind of want to use it as well. Yeah, like I said, very strong. There's a little bit of saltiness from the olives. There's obviously a little bit of oil. Like I said, if you wanted a dirty martini, that's where they put a bit of the olive brine in there. I've got a friend of mine, she drinks her vodka martinis basically like alcoholic olive brine. It's quite salty when it comes to it, but this is, it's strong, but it is balanced. Yeah, very sophisticated, very bond. It is obviously watered down because you're shaking a lot, but it's not how I would order. Now I'm gonna quickly show you how to make the one that I would order if I was having a martini. But one last sip of that. Yeah. So we're gonna go straight into that now. I'm just gonna put this to one side. So first things first, like before, I'm gonna chill my glass. I want to use this one. So it's a coupe. You sometimes have martinis in them, espresso martinis. If you watch the espresso martini video, this is the glass I use. I'm going to put it in this one because I want to. So, goes in the fridge like that. And we are going to start with our mixing glass. This one is not shaken, this is stirred. So first things first, I'm going to get some ice in there and get this nice and chilled. So this is a little bit more flair going on, in the sense of, obviously shaken is shaken, right? You see that in bars, you see that in people making cocktails, and it's for people totally oblivious to cocktails, because it's the noise. This is a little bit of flair, but it's also, there is meaning behind it. So I'm stirring this with nothing in it to chill this glass. I want the liquids that are going in to not water it down too much. If you're going into a warm glass, you're gonna get some ice water in there. So first things first is we're gonna just strain any residue that I've just caused off, which is a fair bit. And we're gonna then pour 15 ml again of our vermouth, like so. Put the lid back on. Give it a good stir. So now what I'm doing is I'm coating the ice in this martini and this dry vermouth. Now I don't actually want all the vermouth in there, so I'm having more of like an extra dry martini. I'm just going to pop that, not all of it, but most of it, out. And then goes in 60 ml of vodka. Now, like I said, I'm making it a little bit differently. So far, there's not a lot of difference apart from the lack of shaking. What I'm going to do is, instead of garnishing with olives or adding olive brine to make it a dirty martini, I'm going to add more citrusy notes. So I've got some Angostura orange bitters here. Got that. Just a couple of dashes in there. And we're going to stir that until the condensation starts to build. So obviously the process of shaking and stirring is to dilute and also mix the drink. Not a lot of ingredients in here, so it's more about dilution for this one. Now we need to get our glass. Chilled glass. And although we didn't shake it, so we've not got lots of tiny pieces of ice in there, I do want to double strain it, just in case, to make sure there's nothing being floating around in my drink. There we are. Now, as you can see, hopefully, that is crystal clear. Compared to that one, obviously this one is now clear because it's had time to settle, but this one is, from the get-go, crystal clear. Now, what I want to do, I've added my citrus in there. Where have I put? Has it already been used? There it is. So, I finally got myself a new peeler, so hopefully this one's a little bit better. But like I said, I put the orange bitters in there to give it a bit of a citrusy note. Oh, look at that. And now, I want a twist of lemon. So, I'm just going to give it a squeeze over. Oh, that snapped. Well, we'll just give it a bit of a twist. Wipe it round. And voila. That is how I would order a martini. Okay, so let's give this a little try. On the nose, already much more citrus. Get the lemon. Yeah, and the orange bitters. It's subtle, but it's there. And the lemon is just on the nose. Obviously, vodka is quite a strong taste, but that vermouth, although like I poured some of it out, coated the ice, it's still there. It's very different. Although two cocktails that have not got a lot of ingredients, there is a big difference there. I do. Obviously, you know, this is the one I would order. If I was drinking a martini, this is what I would order. So it's hard not to have a preference. But yeah, that's very nice. Like I said, gin is another variation of martini. You really need to know what you're ordering. If you want to order a martini at a bar, you need to either know the questions you want, know the questions you're going to be asked. And if you're not asked the questions, make sure you're clear about what your drink is. Because, like I said, there's very, very many variations, and you need to know whether you want it dirty, even filthy, whether you want gin, vodka, lemon twist, the addition of the bitters. That's something that people kind of miss. Originally it was done with bitters. I think it was actually just normal Angostura bitters. I thought I'd just jump on with the citrus with the lemon peel as well. So you really need to know your drink. If you don't know your drink, it's maybe your first time, ask the bartender. The bartender will ask you what you kind of like, whether you want citrus, with more sort of olive, slightly salty, and yeah, you'll hopefully get a drink that you'll enjoy. And then yeah, trial and error. Trial and error is dangerous, I tell you that now, because you'll have a few. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's to pay homage to the classic James Bond, shaken not stirred, to tip of the hat to Sean Connery, may he rest well, and it's thoughts to go out to his family. But yeah, sad news, but I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you want to make this at home or order it at a bar, please do. Take pictures, even if you didn't make it. Take a picture of someone else's drink, send it to us, and we'll give it a share. We've got Facebook and Instagram, and links will be down below. Like I said, like and subscribe, and cheers.